Hi everyone, it's Joe here once again for another business tip. Today I want to talk about something that is quite serious and negative, but important nonetheless, which is what should you do if your cash flow suddenly breaks down? So when dealing with cash flow, you have to always keep an eye on it because if you don't, you'll end up losing track of where your money is going and where it's coming from. What to do when that happens? Well, you have to start taking steps in order to save your business. First and foremost, you have to start measuring. Go back to your metrics, go back to the data, go back to the basics. Measure everything. Measure your spreadsheets, your bank accounts, your sales statements, your expenses, everything. Step number 2, you have to assess the leaks. If your cash flow suddenly went negative, something happened that made that money leave the pipeline instead of staying in the business. Did you overspend? Maybe you lost sales. Maybe your overheads went up and you weren't expecting it. Maybe your taxes went up. You need to assess what the leaks are. And only then you can take steps in order to fix the problem, prevent the problem from happening again. Step number 3, during that process of transitioning back into cash flow positive, you have to streamline the operations. That means that you might need to cut costs. Now, of course, I would advise against cutting human costs because your staff is crucial in the operations. So perhaps you might need to rethink maybe your marketing budget, maybe your overheads need to go down. You need to renegotiate your utility bills, maybe your rent. We try to get some sort of tax cut. Negotiate. Streamline the operation. This happened to me back in 2018. We were running the business and the business was stagnating. So because I was putting so much money into growth, meaning marketing and rents and whatnot, it really became difficult to feed the monster. So I had to streamline everything. I negotiated my taxes. I negotiated my rents. I negotiated my utilities. Everything was being negotiated and bargained. And I managed. You'd be surprised by how willing people are to say yes to a deal. What they really want is their money. So if you say, look, either we negotiate or I can't pay you, they will say yes. So do that. Negotiate, streamline. So you have to run lean, right? You have to maybe go back to organic marketing. Maybe go back to the philosophy that you had, or maybe you had, when you first launched the business. So go back to organic marketing. Go back to knocking on doors. Just do the job. Of course, if you lower your expenses, you'll find yourself keeping more money in the bank. So start stacking cash. Don't go back into reinvestment so quickly. Stack some cash, save. I would say that for 6 months, go on some sort of spending lockdown and just stack cash. Focus on increasing your sales as much as you can organically, but keep the sales that you've got. That's super crucial during that phase. You have to stop losing sales. So keep them. Lock down the expenses and start stacking cash that is now not being wasted or invested on marketing and overheads that maybe you've managed to negotiate. Once you're there and you spend 6 months on this expense lockdown, start slowly restarting the systems of reinvestment. Launch a new marketing campaign, go and try to get some new clients, customers, and sales. Make some deals, develop some partnerships, expand your network, focus on the basics of business. Those would be my recommendations and my advice on how to react to suddenly seeing your cash flow going negative. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'm here to help. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.